Hi everybody, welcome back to TekWarfare episode 6 with me, Sid, and we've just updated the server. I'm literally on, there's nobody else on right now, other people are downloading the mod and updating, and hopefully everything's working okay. Mine is, so we'll see how we go. We have had a crash and I've had to disable I think it was a ZAM spell, if anybody's using that. It was causing a ticking entity. Now, I don't know why he comes in here, just stares off into space, but doesn't unless he's maybe just looking at all the love on the wall. The updates have included a couple of things. So first things first, we have the tech info. You're supposed to just right click, I think. You can't left click. Who's just come out? Someone's come out for food. No. Maybe it's the architect or something. You're supposed to just be able to left click or right click on. Alright, let me double check that. And it's supposed to give you a book which basically gives you all the information about the village you're living in, which is going to be really useful. But I need to just double check because that doesn't seem to be doing what you would expect, or at least what I expect it. I mean, you can see we're getting more information, but we're just not getting the village information. Right, bear with me, I'll be back in a moment. I think that one needs a little bit of work. Yeah, I'm getting nothing. I try, it says click a bed, item frame, so right click, left click, any click you like, you know. You name it, I have clicked it. Nothing. However, we are getting the information by looking at them, so that saves us at least one bit. I will have to live without the other functionality. Hopefully it'll get fixed. Who knows? It's a relatively new mod for a relatively new mod. So there you go. We have also added Arcane Archives. This is I was playing around with how we're going to manage this storage. This stuff down here is a pain. If I want to find out what my villagers have been mining, what they've dug up, you know, I'm having to just walk around and check everything, and it's just painful and unpleasant and nasty. So Arcane Archives kind of fits a magic theme with the electro blobs wizardry. It's not technical, so yeah, I think it fits reasonably well. The final one is Torchmaster, which I don't intend to use myself, but I know Potter's been having problems with EB mobs ignoring light level, and obviously that gives you the mega torch. The mega torch will allow you to stop mob spawns. Terrain lighter, yeah. Dread lamp, nice. Flare lantern slowly illuminates a large area. That's a possible, and that is to get rid of the lights from the flare lantern. So potentially at some point we can get rid of a whole load of these lights, and it will just light up the area. The fish farm has done really well, and I have emptied it just before I came on, and I've added barrels to take the fish. I need to go and do the things. I've got a whole load of books, and I got a whole load of other stuff, and I've got 2 crates full of magic enchanted weapons. So let me just go and check on my chicken farm. I may unchunk load it, just because, you know, it's it potentially is unnecessary to have it chunk loaded right now, because, you know, I've got lots and lots of food. And we'll see how this goes, but yeah, so that's the updates. I will be back in a moment to go on with what we're going to do this episode. Alright, the next job, use a whole load of these books and everything to upgrade all, or finish upgrading. Maybe not finish, maybe finish is the wrong phrase. Maybe to partially upgrade some of these things. So, for example, unbreaking, mending, soulbound, blah blah blah. The sword is actually fine, doesn't matter. This has got mending. It could do with unbreaking. It definitely needs soulbound on it, because I don't want to lose a damn thing. It's only got to cost 3. Bang, done. The only thing missing off of that now is an unbreaking. That one there, perhaps. That's going to cost 6 to get unbreaking. Obviously, the loyalty is not going to work on it because we don't have a trident. And I actually haven't figured out how you get a trident. Which is a minor issue. Has this been used by... No, it's all nice and clean down here. Right, so again, we are just going to do a little bit of grinding, and I am going to basically use as many of the items that I can to get mending, hopefully. Oh, hello. And get mending on the old thing, and I shall be back in a mo. Alright, with the exception of my shovel, everything here is, well, it needs a little bit of TLC still, but we've got mending, unbreaking, tombstone, soulbound on that with some stuff. Mending, toolstone, unbreaking, blah blah blah, mending, unbreaking, soulbound, mending, unbreaking, soulbound with a crap load of stuff. Same again, same again, same again. The only that doesn't have mending, but it does have unbreaking 3 and infinity, and it was kind of a toss up there. I have put tombstone, soulbound, mending and unbreaking, all that. Mending seems to have no effect whatsoever, neither does unbreaking. It seems to be something you can apply, but it has no effect, but didn't hurt. So that's where we've got to with all of this. Oh, Bard's playing in the tavern. He did some good riffs in the tavern. I like this one. It's always makes me, I want to sit there, start thinking, take me down to Paradise City. I don't know why, because it sounds nothing like it, but I like it. And these guys, the happiness levels are crazy. And yeah, very happy. They all get a whole load of happiness. Yeah, it was a goodbye, Mr. Bard. We need to push. That doesn't sound good, and yet it's not raining. That is strange. Why am I getting dry thunder? Don't know. So we need to think about what we're going to do next in the village here. We're getting materials. We've got 32 emeralds. We could go and get the blacksmith, I think. The blacksmith is 36, so we're 4 emeralds short, and then also we would need the tradesman. We would need to buy a blacksmith. It would be another 6. Now 6 is actually affordable, that's not a problem. 36, more of an issue. However, we do have a Fortune 3 pick, and we also have a miner who's doing mining things. What did you get? Anything? Oat and oat. Oat or note? Difficult. This is the only thing I don't like about this. One of the things would be really nice would be the ability to put item frames on a thing. So put a log on this and all of the log stuff goes in. Put a sapling, put food, put ore or something, or a bit of coal just for all the mining things. just something to control where they're putting things. However, we have got the new mod, so that is always an option. I am going to just head over to the Extreme Hills mine, because I did quite deliberately leave certainly one. There's 3 for us. Oh, that's a pain, isn't it? Yeah, just take a little bit of that out. That will do the trick. We'll fill this in. Now, obviously, being Extreme Hills, we have got more potential to get the emeralds. There's also potential to get silverfish, and I can't remember whether I left any more. I think I didn't. I think I was greedy and mined them. This cave system really doesn't go anywhere, and there is the cave system back up here. Also, really doesn't go anywhere. A little bit of, that going on, but apart from that, not much. So I think what I'm going to do, just to get around our emerald problem, because we had 32, we needed 36, so we now got 35, which means I need 6 more, so 35, so I need 7 more emeralds, which means I need to find more emeralds, which means, of course, I need to strip mine a little bit. And who am I to avoid doing what I like? I mean, I could go caving now. We're actually pretty set for caving as well. Maybe an option. I'll have a think about it. But in a mo, I'm just going to go and just do a little bit of, relaxation, because I find this very relaxing. Back in a mo. Okay, I found a cave. I'm probably going to get lost in the cave if I'm not careful. But I just found some more emerald. Where was it? There. Tight ass. Doesn't matter. There's other things we can mine while we're up here, and I've got plenty of sticks. I know there is a spider around here. I've heard him making his spidery noise. But yeah, bit of don't mind a little bit of caving. There we go. Oh, that was a nice 8. How many do I need, do you think? I mean, obviously I need lots, and I don't need to worry about finding my way back because I've got my waystone. I don't know whether to bother with the lead and things. I suppose I should. But yeah, caving. I finally feel confident enough to go caving because I've got me nice armor, got me nice tools, got me nice weapons. So that's nice. There is a question mark over, do I want to try? I might try with the gold, actually. I might take the gold or place it in a position where my villagers can mine it. And get rid of that for a moment. Let me just go back this way and have a little peek around, because there's stuff going on down here. There is definitely stuff going on. Oh, I need to craft some more torches. Let me just quickly do that. Hate doing this kind of thing on the fly, because one of my pet hates is when people sit there and quite obviously just ignore what's going on around them, to go into their inventory and then stare at it intently for several hours, while getting attacked and wondering why they're dying a lot. Yeah, it's I know you're around here. There you go. Get bent. Right. Yeah, I'm going to... Oh, this is quite a good... Oh, hello. This is a very dangerous cave system now, because I've just hit a ravine. I don't have to go in the ravine, though, but I can, while I'm here, grab a whole load of iron, because I am running short on iron too. I'll take advantage of this little base, and we'll get in here and, really get ourselves... Get our teeth into this, I suppose, would be probably, oh hello, the way I would describe it. Missed a little bit there, didn't I? yeah, so, and obviously I can just go and mine redstone or coal whenever we hit a point where we need to do and get a little bit of, well, I suppose we should anyway. It's free experience, and it opens up other things like that iron there. Yeah, I'll be back in a little while. All right, that seems to have been a reasonably successful trip. 13 diamonds, that's good. 10 emeralds, which should be more than enough. Loads of coal. Iron galore. Gold, lead, uranium, which we haven't smelted. We've got some silver. We did pick up a bit of crap as well, obviously, because you always do. A bit of andesite could go away over there. And a bit of dead flesh, and some more crystals for that, and some of that, and those, and the world is good and happy. So we need to think seriously now about, I think, the blacksmith. I think the blacksmith is our next logical fella. With 42, that means we can afford to buy a blacksmith token wherever he's gone. Smithy, 36, and a blacksmith. And then we can think about where we're going to put. I'm going to put this blacksmith, I think, just straight over here. I want to keep the main trades close to the centre, so he's not having to travel too far backwards and forwards. Now, we've got a couple of options. One is, if we were to come up, we could put him here between the mines, but yeah, I'm not keen on that. I think definitely here. That is annoying the hell out of me. These chopping the tops off of trees is just, yeah, it's a glitch. It's definitely a bug, I think. Now, blacksmith requires furnace, crafting bench, and an anvil. It doesn't specify whether it has to be an intact anvil, but I'm going to assume it. Well, we'll see, shall we? How are we going to go about starting with a blacksmith? Thinky, think. I'm going to start playing around with a few ideas, and I shall be back in a moment. I've decided on a building material. I just need to grab a whole load of it. Fortunately, I've got a really fast pick, and it's got mending, so this is all good. Back in a bit. Alright, I've got a structure. We're going with these chiselled nether bricks. This is ghost wood, which is fireproof, apparently. Certainly the logs are, anyway. Whether that, it doesn't really matter. There will be actually no open fire in this area. But I'm going with a green slab roof because it kind of looks like a green felted, green things. And I was just chuckling over the irony because where I work, we have a number of flat roofs, and the running joke is that you never build flat roofs because they always leak. And yet, for some reason, our architects and designers always design flat roofs. And yeah, it's just, never said it was a particularly funny joke. So that's going to go in here. We're going to have walls on this one up to here. We're going to have doors, and we're going to have that area is going to be covered, and we're going to have a courtyard. We're going to mix up the Tektopia blacksmith with the dark medieval role-playing blacksmith, and to try and get a whole load of function going in here. That's the plan. Now, what the actual reality turns out like, well, that is entirely something else, because I've got no idea what this is actually going to look like once we've finished. I have a kind of loose idea in my head of where I think this will end up going. I think we'll probably have a chimney in either here, maybe here, We'll just have a chimney going up. We'll have an array of 5 furnaces down here. Crafting benches, you know, all the stuff that you would expect in a smithy. And maybe even get some, like, get some, what's the word I'm looking for, a water trough or something going in. I'm not going to waste the iron on a cauldron. I don't think I need the iron, even though I've got plenty of iron now after our little caving trip. Well, I say plenty. I got a couple of, damn you, stop with that. I got a couple of stacks of ore, so that's, you know, going to help me along the way. I may need to go and just dig a little bit more of this, or check what I've got, but I don't mind that as a roof. It's simple, and Windows Update would like me to update. I'm going to say snooze. Now this guy is really depressed, and I don't know why. I don't know how to make him happy. Well, let him sleep through the night. I've put him off of playing. He's just not doing anything. Yeah, real issue. Oh god, and there's another issue. I've got very little green slate. Okay, I'm off to get some green slate. Back in a little while. Alright, we're almost there. I've got, this is chiseled, fairly simple design, nothing over the top. I've got some dark oak windows from there. This area out here just needs finishing, and to do that we're basically going to dig the whole thing up, or most of it up I should say, and place a lot of it down again, of course. In terms of lighting, this is already lit, but I'll use a few hidden lighting blocks as well, just for good measure. And yeah, now I've actually got the diamond. I suppose I should stick with the purple theme, shouldn't I? I'm just thinking about whether I should move over to a different tack and go with the diamond shovel, but to be honest, I'm gonna stick with what we know, and we'll just put one of those there and one of those there. We can scatter a few of these around. Again, just no rhyme or reason, just, you know, randomize it, get the odd little bit of, you know, this in, throw a bit of cobble in if you want, doesn't really matter, and eventually get an old courtyard area. Now we will decorate this more as we move down the line, but for the time being that probably wasn't a wise idea. Right. So from the point of view of this space here, yeah, don't like that. I suppose we could do something fancy with that door. Got enough of that, so we can maybe that would be Mr. Crashy. He was we were getting a crash because of a wizard that was ticking entity. Electroblob's wizardry does seem a little... Oh, that's not very good, is it? Don't like that. God damn it. Right, we'll fix that in a moment. That will do for now. In here we've got this going on now. I have got a mortar and pestle which allows me to make gunpowder. Is made by mixing various bits and pieces from this mod. Doesn't really help a great deal. And we have got the anvil for the blacksmith to work on. He's got his furnaces. I was going to place that down, but first things first, I'm going to fill it with water. I'll also just get that and fix that up. Let me get that sorted. In terms of the outside, apart from decorative blocks, maybe we'll pop this there. So this is the thing. That's what I actually want. So an iron, and that's cheap enough, I suppose. I do quite like the idea of having different things for different functions. And then we've got the grindstone. Just seems to do nothing other than spin, but that's fine. I'm fine with spinning grindstones. The other thing we have, which, and I think we should probably sleep the night off before long, because this rain's going to get oppressive otherwise, is there are some empty mugs that you can make in the dark roleplay mod. Don't do anything, but they're scenic. Right, I think we should probably try and sleep, and I'll be back in the morning. All right, we've actually got a nomad today. It's not the right skill set, but you know what? I actually really don't care. We are going to pop this in here. It should activate as a thing. We've got a barrel which we shall place there. It's got some water in it just to make it look nice. And what we need to do is go and get, oh, we also got a baby, another baby. Come here, you. We need a blacksmith. You are going to learn to be a blacksmith. Oh, hang on, let me 22 is cleric, 18 and a farmer or chef, 22 intelligence. You are my new blacksmith. And he's going off. He's doing his thing. Let's see what we get from him now. But I'm not displeased. I think we've got one bedroom left, which we need a token for. But he's going to make things. Oh, hang on. With that, he's going to make a diamond sword, isn't he? He's almost certainly going to make a. He's going to make a diamond sword. I'm following you, mate. I'm following you. Oh, yes, I am. So you are going to. So what's he making? I think it's going to be the diamond sword because he's got to smelt these. Sorry, I'm fascinated by this. It's going to take him forever. Oh, diamond sword. We need a guard now, don't we? Oh, and now he's put a bit of coal in, but not actually done anything. If anything, these guys have one slight irritating feature, which is the tendency to do things and then wander off and just not finish, and B, this particular trait, which drives me nuts. The only way they could make this worse is if they left the canopies there, which is virtually impossible for them because there are no things. Where are you? Oh, you're chopping that down. Okay. You're just going to stare off at that, aren't you? Yeah. Alright, let's go and have a look. He should now be cooking iron ore. He's also got some gold. and then he should start making iron tools for them all, which will be nice. Okay, well, I think on that note we have our blacksmith. We're almost certainly to time. I did want to just check if I want to make, so there's, we can make there's all sorts of things we can make. The forge, hanging cauldrons, centrifuge for honeys, cauldrons. The bit I was interested in was that. I just need a little bit of iron for that, don't I? I suppose I could have pinched his, but... Oh, he's off. He's off. What are you making? What are you making? You got 5. He could be making anything. Let's see what he makes, and then we will call it a day. He's already got level 3 blacksmith, so that's pretty good. So I think the other things we probably need to think about are moving forward. Oh, he's made an iron axe. That will make my my peeps happy. And now he's making, could be an iron axe or an iron pick or an iron hoe. Could be iron anything. But this is, I'm happy with that. That's, I don't know why he's picking up potatoes. It's perfectly good food. And yeah. Anyway, on that note, until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.